Hello, everybody, and welcome to Off the Rack. I am Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ben.
On the newly christened ComicPOP. Woo! Thank you so much for watching our live show. If you haven't already, click this. For 6 hours of your life, you will not get back. To be fair, it is 3 hours of show.
Yes.
And then
And then
3 hours of after party.
Of just doing stuff.
Of hanging out and talking and answering a lot of questions.
It's true. But if you're not really sure what's going on here, we used to be TV Little House. We've changed over to ComicPOP. We're going to do a couple of these for the next few episodes, and then we're just going to stop. And we're just going to let you guys figure it out from here on in. But yeah, so we did one book this week, and it's actually from 2 weeks ago, but we thought we've actually got a lot of requests for it, so we thought we'd talk about it. It's Howard the Duck, #1, written by Chip Zdarsky, with art by Joe Quinones. This is one of many different incarnations of Howard the Duck, and they try to incorporate everything, where they're like, he's Howard the Duck, he had a crappy movie, he was a private investigator, he was all these things that nobody liked, and we tried a million things, but now here he is again. Do you like him now? No.
Do you like him yet?
Let's get our initial thoughts on Howard the Duck. What do you guys think of Howard the Duck, #1?
I had fun with Howard the Duck. I liked it.
I also liked it.
I did not.
Is that how you feel weird?
I know,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you tell us all why you liked it so much?
I think you should start with why you didn't like it.
No.
And then we can counterpoint.
You'll poke holes in my boat.
Yeah.
Alright, I thought that it was trying too hard. I get the idea of Howard the Duck. He's displaced from a dimension. He's not an alien. He's an interdimensional being. And he's like a duck man. It's just a way for them to have, Duckman, that awesome USA show, / Donald Duck, I guess, be part of the Marvel Universe. I don't know. He's always a weird character to me, because he's sometimes he's in continuity and sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's an artist joke. This book reminded me a lot of Dan Slott's Silver Surfer, in which we have, a cosmic being who has a female companion who's quirky and fun.
You like Doctor Who?
That's that's what Dan Slott's Silver Surfer run in.
Alright, so that's why you didn't like it?
I thought the tone of the book was, humor. That cynical, I'm being really self-referential and aware.
Sal doesn't like to laugh.
Alright.
I never saw the Howard the Duck movie. I had no reference point for Howard the Duck. And I just really enjoyed this story because I like the character that he's being, how grouchy he is. I think this book was what they were trying to make She-Hulk books into.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But for them, they were going for a little bit more serious. For Howard the Duck, it's a little bit more cynical and comedic.
Yes, that's true.
I think Ben hit a good point that people who probably didn't see the movie or have any frame of reference other than the end of Guardians of the Galaxy for Howard the Duck might have enjoyed this more so, because I also, other than that last scene, I really enjoyed it. And I think in the book, She-Hulk makes a really good point about talking about how he's stuck in the 60s, because if you take it from that point of reference, the book makes total sense to me.
Right.
That is his sense of humor, and actually I don't want to touch any more on that because there's
you don't
other
want to
points.
ruin.
No, it's not just that. There's actually other points in this review that I'll bring up about that. But I don't know, it worked for me because I like indie books, okay? It kind of felt like an indie book of the Marvel Universe.
It does feel like
so
really did.
I really embraced that, and while there are other heroes in it, it definitely wasn't a superhero book, which might be a turnoff to some people.
Yeah.
They were much more secondary characters. They made little cameos, and they were their own personalities, but they weren't oh man, there's Spider-Man!
Yeah.
The spoilers.
I mean, it did kind of feel, though, they were I don't know, Howard the Duck can carry a book on his own, so let's put in some other people.
Right.
Which, I mean...
It could be that editorial was we're worried.
They could have, I don't know. I mean, at the same time, with Alias, they did put other...
Characters in there,
it
yeah.
that, were superheroes because, that's just what happens. If you happen to be a...
Private detective.
Well, I meant a superhero character in general, even if you're not a practicing superhero.
Right. You will make superhero friends.
Yeah, you'll have the friends and you'll still talk with them. Because
And you're also in the universe of superheroes.
Exactly.
They're going to
They're around.
So it could have just been that too. I don't know. All I know is I expected, because of Sal's take on Howard the Duck and how much he doesn't care for the character, to not like the book. And then as I was going through it, I'm I'm having a nice time.
Is this wrong?
Yeah.
No, it's not wrong to enjoy Howard the Duck. Many people did. That's why I suggested we get it. What do you guys think of the art for this book?
I thought it worked really well.
I think it fit the tone, definitely.
That was what my point was going to be. The fact that she mentions that it's like he's from the 60s, and the art reminded me of an updated version of like kind of classic art.
Yeah.
Like it had that same kind of feel, like with the like anatomical qualities of it, but the coloring was, not your
No, it wasn't old
old-timey
school.
print,
Yeah.
which I appreciated. As much as I do enjoy that, I do like modern day coloring very much.
It wasn't vibrant.
There certain points were. I mean,
Yeah, that montage.
The montage was.
yeah, I mean, like, the fact is, like, I just thought, like, they created a complete package pairing that, like, tone of, like, this, like, kind of displaced...
Rat Pack-esque.
Well, no, I mean, like, just this displaced character.
Yes, okay.
Who has sensibilities from a time past anyway, and like an Earth time past, and pair it with this, like, kind of, like, retro feeling art. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought the art was fine. Like, I think it worked for the story. I definitely got a She-Hulk vibe, which is ironic because She-Hulk's in the book.
Yeah. And I was looking at the characters and I said, wow, they drew the characters much better in this than they did in the She-Hulk.
Yeah, that's... I think, like, with She-Hulk, where She-Hulk failed and Howard the Duck triumphs, She-Hulk's trying to elicit that reaction that we all had, and Howard the Duck actually succeeds in doing it. And that's just artistically speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I was just like, okay.
I'm not like, well, screw it, I don't care
I
anymore.
would rather see the story they were building up to in the beginning of the book than the story that they are leading to for issue 2.
But here's the thing, I assume they're going to go back to that, because they spent too much time.
Right, building this character where it's like, oh, God.
So...
Howard's companion needs to show up.
Yeah.
I like that character. I was
Yeah.
like, let's see this character. Like, I'm always interested in seeing the Marvel Universe from, like, from a unique perspective. Like, let's see it from, like, a regular person's perspective. And that's kind of Alias, but then they turn that into something else. And then, but with this character, I was like, oh, she's fun.
I want to see Howard the Duck get a tattoo. Because how does that work?
Well, they'll have to, like, shave his feathers.
You mean pluck him?
Yeah.
They'll have to pluck him.
That'd be weird.
Do they grow back? Do feathers grow back?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they do. No, you do. They do. I don't think they grow back quite as well, though.
I imagine it would take a long time.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the reason they lost them.
That's true. Yeah, we are...
What happens if he goes bald?
Oh, then he's been cold all the time.
I'm wondering, is she the everyman?
Right. She's the ride-along character. She's the character who's, like, supposed to go, what a crazy world they live in.
Because she was the character that I wanted to be.
Yes, I liked her a lot, and I like her tone. She wasn't like, what a crazy situation, Howard, you're ruining my life. She's like, I'm in, whatever. I see all this crazy shit, I want to be in on that.
Well, not just that, but she's like, I live in a world of superheroes.
Yeah.
So none of this is new.
No, it's true. I'm in. Like, Captain America's not going to team up with me and take me to, Sakaar, but Howard the Duck and I might be able to team up, and I might meet Spider-Man.
And then have him cry.
No, I think that's...
Really awkwardly, by the way.
That's deliberate. It was
Alright.
like, that's the joke. That's the humor. I was like, all right.
That was the thing that I was like, this is what...
That was weird.
That was weird. I
Yeah.
thought that was
It's
weird.
Zdarsky's way of A, dressing down a major superhero to make Howard the Duck look better, and B, make, like, light of his cynical interpretation of the Spider-Man character.
See, I just imagine that every time something goes wrong, Spider-Man breaks down and cries
That's-
like a bitch.
And that's clearly Zdarsky's interpretation of Spider-Man.
See-
Like, not that, like, he really thinks that happens, but he's like, he might as well. And in my world, he does.
It kind of, at that moment, it kind of felt like Bilbo Baggins, like from The Hobbit, was writing his own story in a sense, like how like Tolkien wrote it, but like it's really supposed to be Bilbo wrote it, so it kind of felt like
So Howard the Duck
At
is like, and then Spider-Man broke down and cried.
yeah, which,
Because he's such a tool, not like me, Howard the Duck, who's awesome.
Yeah, like if it's that, that's funny, like to me, like that
I
he's
don't-
like making stuff up.
Yes.
About.
If there was a running, like, noirish, like, monologue for Howard the Duck, like, this dame walked into my office, and, you know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah.
kind of thing, I'd expect that kind of, like, Spider-Man, was heroic as always. And he's like, ooh, some kind of joke, or, I don't know. It didn't fit. Howard's situation, which was actually kind of set up by the She-Hulk writers, which was Charles Soule.
See, here's what's weird: the Howard the Duck situation, I thought was kind of set up by the movie. And it was leading up to not the movie Howard the Duck, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
because of that spoiler. So I was like, isn't that just going there?
Right.
Where does this fit into continuity now?
I don't know.
I'm a little lost until I see the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see.
You mean to read the next book?
Read the next issue.
Well, whatever.
That was the what I was looking for.
So do you guys recommend Howard the Duck? Would people want to read that?
I recommend it, yeah.
You know what? How about this? For my bit, if you like Howard the Duck, maybe you like this, because I don't know anything else about that. If you like indie books and you have some interests in the big two, I'd say give it a shot, because this isn't your standard superhero book, so it might be a nice,
Yeah.
like change of pace
definitely is that.
It's a different voice,
So-
and that's fun.
Yeah, I would, in that sense.
There you
If you're
go.
Sal, I wouldn't. I wouldn't recommend this to Sal.
No.
So.
But I see this. I see the allure. I get it. It's just not for me. But
That's fair.
I would
No,
recommend
that is
people who-
fair. No, that
those
absolutely
points
is.
you made, I'd recommend it for those types of people. For if you're like, I don't know, if you're sick of it all,
Well, if you're sick of
I
like
didn't say if you're sick of it.
then you might not want to read it.
if you just hate comics,
Yeah,
you're
if you-
like fuck this bullshit. I
if you just-
want a character who says ooh.
If you're just ready to hang yourself in a closet, you might not want to read Howard the Duck. Just saying that's the level of cynicism I'm projecting in this episode, but I really don't feel that way.
Fuck
I'm just saying
comics.
it wasn't that funny. That's all I
It
felt
sounded,
like.
to me, it sounded like you were saying is if you're an idiot like these two.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I didn't think it was funny. Humor is subjective. Everyone has their
of
own
course
different
it is.
interpretations of what humor is, and I thought it was a little cynical.
Yeah.
It is cynical. It's a very cynical character.
Yeah.
I like cynical. I like cynicism.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was well executed in him, where in other characters,
Oh, it
it's
wouldn't
just
fit.
over the top.
Yes. Well, like I got a very Rocket Raccoon vibe from him, like other people's interpretation of what Rocket Raccoon is. Like Rocket Raccoon for me seems like Marvel's Oscar the Grouch.
Well, Marvel's
I don't
punching bag.
know.
No. He's just like everything's stupid and you people are crappy.
I think you're generalizing animal character.
Oh, is that what you think I'm
Yeah, I
doing?
think
Well, I think this book is because they couldn't help themselves.
Oh, he's a speciesist.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what? Yep.
Ugh. No, I don't
I'm looking
think,
forward to their letters.
I don't think that Rocket and Howard the Duck.
I don't think they work at all together.
No, I don't think they're similar.
Oh.
At
No,
all.
I don't, but I think that writers do. I mean,
No.
they think that because they're animal characters, they're like, oh, I'll just do it like that.
Like,
I only
know.
read one Rocket book, and it wasn't. You
No.
know, it was a campfire story.
Right.
and I didn't read that at all. So
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Howard the Duck.
anyway,
Duck.
Sal hates ducks.
No, I like Daffy Duck.
Do you realize that
Daffy?
Daffy?
Yeah.
All right. Do you realize that Donald could technically show up in this?
Yes.
Oh God.
In fact, they could just replace him with Donald now.
No, that'd be terrible. I do not want to see Mickey Mouse in this universe at all.
I don't
I didn't
know.
say Mickey Mouse. I said Donald.
Yeah, just
I know.
Donald.
I just don't want because Mickey is also part of that universe. I don't want to see it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want them to Kingdom
That means they could
Hearts
also
the
go
Marvel
to
universe.
Disneyland,
Yeah,
Disney World.
Well, yeah, they can go on a vacation.
Yeah.
that'd be great.
And
Oh my God! If Howard the Duck went on vacation to Disneyland and saw a Donald the Duck character and just started like talking to him, and then the person's like, "Dude, this is just a job."
Yeah,
Oh no, I assume he would be offended.
right.
He's just like, this is what they think of me. This
Right.
is what these hairless.
I don't even wear
think of me."
pants.
Yeah, here apparently. I wear
Yeah,
pants.
I wear
all
a
the time.
shirt but no pants. That makes no sense.
What are you, a sailor? What's with this hat?
Apparently, Howard
He's
the
a
Duck is
sailor.
Ethan.
I know.
Yes. I'm interested to see what Ride Red Return says in the comments down below.
You know what he's gonna say? He's gonna be like, "So you think I'm short?"
Right.
I was gonna say, you think I don't wear pants? I think you'd know best.
We know he doesn't wear pants.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Oh.
Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. This was Off the Rack with Howard the Duck #1. If you like this episode, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check us out with more things on Comic Pop. And also go to comicpop.net to just go back to this YouTube channel.
Or just stay on the YouTube channel
Don't
since
leave.
you're here.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
leave.
leave. There's so much to see.
Don't go!
No. But click this annotation right here to see everything else we've done. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm Sal.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ben.
See you next time.
So you mean to tell me this book didn't quack you up at all?
I felt like this book was very foul.
Well, I guess Tiffany and I are just birds of a feather.
I agree. A couple of bad eggs on this couch.
How dare you, sir?